Hey friends, as promised, we are going to have a little wrist care session today. So this is super important for so many of us, or everybody, I think. So this is just going to be a few stretches just to kind of help us to check in with the wrist, do a little maintenance on the wrist, support the wrist as they support us. So you can pretty much do this from anywhere. We will do a little bit from tabletop. So if you want to be able to work from the floor, that would be great. And then we'll have some seated moves as well. Okay, let's start with our tabletop moves. So we're just gonna find our nice table, bringing your wrists that we're talking about, our lovely wrists underneath your shoulders about, and then knees about underneath the hips. You can come onto the tops of your feet if that's comfy. And we're just gonna do some really gentle moves here. And as always, listen to your body, listen to what feels good for your wrists. Really try to spread your fingers as far apart as you can. Press out of your palms in this tabletop. And now from here, we're going to gently do these like teeny tiny little micro circles. You can see I'm almost hardly moving. Try to really stem this movement from the wrists. Those smooth circles. One way, and then the other, you can go ahead and reverse the direction. So, man, our wrists do so much for us. And especially as you've been going through these stretches, maybe you're not used to working from tabletop, that can be a rude awakening for our wrists. But if you work at a computer a lot, you type a lot, you write a lot, you do any kind of physical work, intricate work with your hands, you're a weightlifter, there's so many different areas that we need to do a little bit of maintenance on the wrist. So I go to these moves all the time for that very thing. Okay, go ahead and come back to center. And now I'm going to lean forward slightly. All of these movements are pretty micro. So you can see I'm like just leaning forward. Lean forward just till you feel that in the front of your wrist and up your forearm. This is also a little bit of forearm care as well. Pause there, don't force it. And then you can add a gentle rocking and a little side to side. Good. And now back through center. Awesome job. I'm going to now bring my fingers in to face each other. So my hand is palm face up and fingers are facing each other in the middle here. This is a little tricky. Your weight is going to be on the top of your hand. So just again, listen to your body. Big breath in and out here. You might lean back a little bit and then lean forward, taking some pressure off. Good. And then go ahead and release that back onto our palms. And now I'm going to twirl my fingers out so that they're facing outward. So left fingers are facing left side of the mat, right fingers are facing right side of the mat. And then try to follow this with an external rotation in the shoulders. So I could be here if you take a peek at me, or getting that external rotation through the shoulders. Insides of my elbow creases are facing the front of the mat. So I've got this like opening in the shoulders as well. And you can add in a little rocking side to side here. Awesome. And go ahead and release that. Now, one more thing we're going to do down here before we sit up is go ahead and bring your knees as wide as your mat. Sit back on your heels. So this is one that we see all of the time, right? This time, as I reach my hands forward, I'm going to make little spider hands. So I'm going to come onto my fingertips here. Pull shoulders back. You might, if it's in your range in your shoulders, bring your forehead down to the floor. If not, you can stay up high here. Stretching forward. The goal here is to reach those fingers as far forward as you can. This is also a great stretch for the forearms. Maybe add in a gentle rocking left to right. Of course, we're stretching out those shoulders too. Everything has side benefits. Every stretch has a little side benefit. And then you can bring your palms down onto the floor here. And then gently walk your hands back. We are going to come up to a seat. So, seat of your choice. I'm going to be sitting back on my heels. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can sit in a chair to do these moves. We're just going to go ahead and do some circles for the wrists, nice and easy at first. Always nice and easy, not just at first. Always nice and easy. Go ahead and reverse the direction of those circles. Good. Now go ahead and interlace your hands. You're going to bring your elbows, forearms together, starting at the elbows. So seal those up, pull your shoulders down. And then we're just going to do some figure eights or little circles with the wrists here. So keeping elbows and forearms glued together. Basically, we're just getting a little bit of circular motion through the wrists. Awesome. And then go ahead and reverse the direction. Perfect. With your hands interlaced, go ahead and press them forward. You can lean back, drop chin to chest. Breathe deeply here. Amazing. And then we're going to go ahead and do some elbow circles. We did these a few days ago. So we're kind of rotating the wrists and then also moving elbows out. A little bit of both going on here. That's all obviously connected with wrists into forearms, up to the elbows. We're always working on our shoulders, but this part of the arm into our hand is very important, gives us a lot of support. Now go ahead and move them in, and it's here that I'm able to get this nice rotation through the elbow. So just kind of play around with that, see what feels good. Awesome. And go ahead and relax that down. Now I'm going to press my left hand forward like I'm saying stop, and then I'm going to take my right hand over my fingers and just gently, 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 so gently, micro movement, pull them back towards me. Big breath in, exhale, drop your fingers to face or be pointing towards the floor, and then same thing, just gently press the top of your hand towards you. Awesome. Same thing, other side. Beautiful. And then go ahead and drop that. This was so quick. There's so much more that we can do for the wrists. So repeat these moves or linger in them as you need to. One more big breath in, and then drop those beautiful hands down. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Revisit this one, and again, linger as you need to. I'll see you guys tomorrow.